Hi everyone. When we come to Jesus, all things are new. And he says, can't you see that? Can't you see what I've put in front of you? But there's a specific thing that God says to do, and that's to let go of the past. It's also to let go of worldly things, things that pleasured us, addictions and so on, being tempted. You know, Jesus said that when you follow him, it's not going to be brilliant. You're going to have battles. You're going to have temptations. And what happens is, whatever it is you struggled with, the enemy will use that against you. It could be friends, it could be women, it could be men, it could be pornography, it could be masturbation, it could be pills, prescription drugs, whatever it may be. It could be looking at sites or reading books that's not good for you. But just being tempted by people. So you see, when you come to Christ, you have to learn to say no. You have to learn to let that flesh die. And that means coming to the cross. And when you come to the cross, you're not going to let that have power over you, because what you allow, that's what you've given power to, you know. And then there's times that we walk ourselves into holes, into pits, and we're crying to God. Yeah, we cry to God, and he's a merciful God, he's a good God. But sometimes it can take time to come out of, or we can ruin a relationship, we can ruin a family, we can ruin a plan that God had for us, you know. So always watch that when God has blessed you with something, to look after that blessing and to cover yourself, but to watch yourself and to pray over what God has given you and what God has done for you, because there's an enemy there. So you have to let that flesh die. You have to learn to say no. You have to understand and discern who's from God and who's not. And you see, that's easy when you're walking with God, when you know his voice, and when he says, don't do that. When you feel that little nudge saying, don't go to that place tonight. Don't go here. You might like that there. You might feel it. You might like, but don't do that, because that can ruin things. So learn to listen to the master. Learn to be filled with the word of God. Learn to speak the word of God. Learn to take up your sword and decree and declare. Don't be a lazy Christian. Bit like David, you know, when he stood on the rooftop and he got a little bit lazy where he was supposed to be out in war. And he wasn't. He was there lusting after a woman, and bad things happened. So take heart, keep your eyes focused on the King of Kings, and stay strong and be ready, because this is a new season of open doors, faith, suddenly new chapters. So God bless you.